at the progress of the ice cube. And we finally made a decision. We broke the threshold. What got me most excited about this book in general? Live with purpose and intention, be solution oriented, choose gratitude. I love that. Well, welcome everybody to Griggs Squared. My name is Harry Grigsby, Alan Grigsby, and we are Griggs Squared. Yeah, it's been a while. It has been a while. So our last episode, what you about? Oh, thank you. I like your shirt. The last episode, we talked about ideas, that we were gonna do. We have not been the best. Maybe kidding nuts, but yeah, it's been a long time. And it's been an idea, and it's been something that we have been cooking for a very long time. But the reason it's taken a long time is, one, we have not implemented this book yet. If we had implemented the book, I bet you we would have found the law and that would have been moved in my hair. So, and B is because we actually we were going to start with a different book, and we decided to switch books. And then we had to read the book. We had to read the book and in implementing the book, we have been doing it micro steps. So reading a chapter a day for a while once, but not only reading this, incorporating other books and that, things. So for me personally, I wasn't always getting a chapter a day. Like I started out really good doing a chapter a day. Sometimes it was just some days I would read a different book. So, and some days I would only read a couple pages. So now we are finally getting to the point where we can actually discuss some of the ideas in this book, like the progress of the ice cube, which we'll talk about, which I think is very relevant. And that just says that above 32 degrees Fahrenheit, water does not freeze. And if you start at 50 degrees, which maybe this episode with these podcasts have started at 120 degrees, we're boiling, so to speak. And in order to record, we needed to hit freezing, and it's been 1 degree at a time, stepping down. And we finally made a decision. We broke the threshold. We decided we're freezing. Or if we go the opposite, it's the same thing with boiling water, right? So we finally reached that point. Maybe we were freezing and now did to go to boil. So, but yeah, it's gonna be fun, dude. I think it's gonna take a couple of episodes to get through this. So what got me most excited about this book in general, in particular? It was referred. A couple people have read it and recommended it, and it was something that I've wanted to do for a long time. I just didn't make the time to do it. And so when we were looking at stuff to read, and we're like, we need to get 2 copies, obviously, because we need our own copy. And so we did. And you had gotten further out of me, and then I was like, you know what? I actually really need to read this book. I was reading the Four Agreements, reading Think and Grow Rich, reading Aristotle's on the Art of Rhetoric, and getting nowhere with all of them, or little bits of places with all of them, but not finishing any of them. So I just put all the others away and concentrated on this one and finished it. And I gotta say, I'm very happy that I did, because it actually goes hand in hand with the journal that I'm using for my daily tracking of tasks. That's called the Daily Planner. Yeah, let me get it, actually. This journal is super interesting, and it starts out with a quick read. So an introduction to the journal and why they came up with this particular method of journaling and the different reasons why they picked how they laid out this journal. So there's daily tasks, there's organizing your days into chunks of time, and I'll let you talk a little bit about, the different aspects of this journal and why you feel like it's so effective. I've liked also that the very first thing you do is start with gratitude. And the very first thing they have on the front cover, inside cover, is a saying that says, envision it, take action, live it. Take full responsibility. This is your life. Live with purpose and intention. Be solution-oriented. Choose gratitude. I love that. It's some big fun. Choose gratitude. Goes on to say, smile, have fun, inspire yourself, deliver value to others, open your mind and embark on a journey to make new memories, savor life. Live life dolce vita. Dolce vita. Thank yesterday, love today, create tomorrow. Become everything you are capable of becoming. Be part of intelligent change. And that's the way it starts. And the heart of intelligent change. What a career title manner. And they dedicated to lifelong learners and doers. You're changing the world of today, it says. And it really has a lot of information in the beginning. The first maybe 20 pages or so is just information. Information referencing books like Thinking Rich, like Atomic Habits and other books with a lot of cool quotes. And even when you get into the Gemini part, there's quotes on every day. As you're reading through, there's quotes sprinkled throughout. There is virtue in work and there is virtue in rest. Use both and overlook neither. I love that because that particular part of this journal talks about using your breaks to effectively, how to use your breaks effectively. So, don't just work. Like, it's okay to take breaks. It's okay to take 5 minutes out of every 30 minutes and take 5 minutes to take a break, refresh your mind, refresh your body, refresh your spirit. Yeah. And don't think about what you're doing. Give yourself a chance to really take a break mentally and then get back to it. So, and not to go too much on this journal because we're going to really focus on the book. But they do actually have a habit tracker in here, which is also in here. And they give some examples of habits. They number down 1 through 31 in total because there can be 31 days in a month. The habits are listed across number of days that would buy them, and you just check off which ones so that you know if you're keeping on track of your habits. And when I look at my habits for March, there are definitely days that I missed a couple days, and it inspired me to make sure that I don't keep that trend going, that I wanted to get through and do it. And I think that's so important that they talked about in the book as well. Super positive. Guys, we want to keep this to a short episode, so we're going to get more in depth in the book, the next episode. For sure. But keep in mind that we're also open to your insight and your comments. So before we get out, if you've read the book, we want to hear about it. Like, let us know what your thoughts were on this book, which chapter made the biggest influence, had to make the biggest difference for you, had the biggest influence for you. Or if you didn't like the book, why not? What were the things in the book that, kind of stuck out that you disagreed with or didn't like personally? And I've been a big fan of this book so far, and I like some of the efforts it takes into showing bad habits some people have and what are effective ways of curbing those habits. So a big like for me. So it's a big like for me too, and we'll talk more about why. And so I'm going to leave you with this. It was the quote from yesterday, actually. And it says, the future belongs to those who learn more skills and combine them in creative ways, by Robert Greene. Learn more skills. Own your future. Own your future. Those that fail to plan to fail. Isn't that what Franklin said? That's a quote I heard. Don't quote me on who said. Thanks, guys. Please, it's Greg Square. We're out.